one of the flunkies that works in the White House. It could have been Bolton. It could have been the bitch, Sarah Huckabee Trunchbull. But somebody banned a CNN reporter from a press event because that reporter asked Trump a couple of questions. The White House Correspondents Association president, Oliver Knox, said in a statement, quote, "We strongly condemn the White House's inappropriate decision today to bar one of our members from an open press event after she asked questions they did not like. This type of retaliation is wholly inappropriate, wrong-headed, and weak." The statement continued, "It cannot stand reporters asking questions of powerful government officials, up to and including the president, helps hold those people accountable. In our republic, the White House Correspondents Association supports the prerogative of all reporters to do their jobs without fear of reprisal from the government," end quote. Helps hold people accountable, huh? Now, that statement came after the news got out that one Caitlin Collins, she's a White House reporter for CNN, was banned from a press event later on the same day that she asked these impertinent questions, a press event in the Rose Garden. And what she did that Big Brother did not like was she asked Trump questions during his meeting with European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker. During the gathering, you know how Trump and some hapless leader of some other country or some organization is sitting there for the photo op, and questions are shouted at the asshole Trump. Anyway, during that gathering, Caitlin asked Trump about Russian President Putin as well as Michael Cohen. And after the event, this further piece of useless shit, Bill Shine, who covered up for all of Bill O'Reilly's rape events at Fox and all of Roger Ailes' rape events at Fox, Bill Shine is now the White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Communications. The White House is turning into a White House full of white men who rape, pillage, and abuse, and nobody gives a fuck. As a matter of fact, they high-five each other. Shine called Miss Collins into his office. In there with this piece of shit was the bitch Sarah Huckabee Trunchbull. She was in there too. Yeah, I'm going to call her a bitch from now on. I'm sorry. Anybody who is as big of a fucking liar as Miss Trunchbull, whose job is to inform the press so they can inform the public, fuck her. From now on, no more, oh, Miss Trunchbull from the movie. Now it's the bitch. Anyway, she was there. So the former Fox executive, Bill Shine, who covered up all sorts of abusive situations against women who had the misfortune of working at Fox, mostly perpetrated by Roger Ailes, Bill O'Reilly, and eventually you'll find out Sean Hannity. That was Shine's job. Cover it up! Pay him off! Now he works for Trump, who covers it up and pays him off. They all work together. So Shine and the bitch told Collins that she was not invited to a press event in the Rose Garden later on today because she asked questions earlier that were inappropriate and reportedly shouted the questions. Are you fucking kidding me? Every reporter in there has to shout because Trump is sitting there with shit in his ears going, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you. Of course they shout. Now, Miss Collins, the reporter, Caitlin Collins, said that the evil Bill Shine, who covers for rapists, and the bitch Huckabee told her that CNN was still invited to the Rose Garden event, but she wasn't. In other words, you rotten little member of the fake news media, you had the audacity to ask questions? No cookie for you. Let's pause for a moment while this sinks in. You do understand, don't you, Truth Seeker, what's happening? You know, these articles of impeachment against a Deputy Attorney General of the United States who is doing nothing but following the law. That's what's put him in jeopardy. And a reporter who is doing nothing but following the dictates of her profession, which is putting her in jeopardy. And I could go on and on about people who are being placed in jeopardy because they are doing what they are either constitutionally required to do or professionally required to do or traditionally required to do. They're being removed. They're being demonized. They're being removed. So that Trump finally is surrounded by only people who will kiss his ass, like this hideous John Bolton, this mustached little fucker who will do anything as long as people die. John Bolton, I can't, I don't know how to describe him. Incipient mass killer works for me for the time being. Well, I shouldn't say incipient because he was instrumental, he and Cheney, in prodding the poor, ignorant George W. Bush to go kill 2 million Iraqis. That's who John Bolton is. He's a fucking mass murderer. So Trump is eliminating everybody except creeps like that. Like Mike Pompeo, Secretary of State, this racist right-wing devil, and John Bolton, and the little Nazi Jew, Stephen Miller. What a fucking cadre of miscreants, huh? But they're the ones running the country. They're the ones running the country.